Welcome. Welcome to my first lesson on video, going through this COVID and everything that the world's going through for craziness. We have something to do at home that can entertain and enjoy just one-on-one. So let's try to show you the basics of drumming. You have the two sticks. Your posture is very important. I want to make sure that you're sitting in a chair that has something in front of you, even if the pad is not on a stand, as this one is. The pad can be on a couch or a table, as long as it's in front of you. You want to make sure that it sits directly in front of you, but not too high and not too low, but maybe right at your midsection of your waist, where the stick comes right here. So like if your belly button's just right above the stick. For your stick holding and control, we will do a match grip, which is the same for right and left hand. You take the stick in your hand, hold it like you're pinching it, and then I want you to tilt your wrist forward and roll your hand and grip it with your fingers. Same with the left hand. Roll it, grip it, turn over. This now goes straight down, or if you're coming into your drum pad, you pull your sticks out straight, make a V, come down, and make sure your arms are out to the sides. You don't want to play this way, because if you play this way, you hit the pad flat. You don't want to hit the pad flat. You want to hit it at I'd say a 15-degree angle to make sure your wrists are not turned in. It makes it harder for you to drum. You want to make sure they're rolled out, and your sticks can be controlled this way. So in, out, and a little bit up. See how we have this sort of like cooking, stirring a mixture of ingredients. So once you have this down, make sure your feet are flat in front of you, not off to the side like this, and not hanging on a chair or anything, or a couch where you're going to be comfortable leaning back. You want to make sure you're straight up into it so you have control over your sticks and your body. Believe me, it will take some time to get used to, and you'll feel it in your back and neck if you don't do it properly. So we're going to start out on the single stroke roll, which is just basic right, left, right, left. So we're going to take it slow and not go fast, and try and keep it on a steady beat in your head. It's like a metronome. You try and keep that click track in your head. So it's right, left, and we'll take it at this speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left, 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 right, left. Notice the height that I keep my drumsticks at. I try not to go too high, like this, because it's not needed, and not too low, where you can barely hear the tapping going on. So you want to keep it around 8 to 10 inches high. Keep the right, left going, and if we count this, it is 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and while keeping that click track in your mind, it is or as we keep doing it, work up your speed, but make sure you keep it on a solid rhythm. So it would sound something like this. Gradually get faster. Your arms will feel it, and you'll have a tendency to try and miss the pad. So make sure you're aiming at the pad right in the middle. Try not to take your eyes off that middle of that pad. It sounds something like this if you get faster on it. So right, left, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. You probably won't be able to keep this speed, but in time you will. Your arms will be able to coordinate and understand what the right and the left is doing from the separation of your mind and your hands. But if it gets faster, It's just a single stroke roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And it sounds something like this when it's faster. Now drummers can keep the speed up for a long time, minutes, hours, but not recommended at this time. So we're going to slow it down and just keep the right, left, right, left, right, left. So I want you to practice that. Right, left, right, left, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and good. For the next session, it's a double stroke for each hand. And that is going to be the same thing. Your grip, turn it in, come down, and we're going to do right, right, left, left. So that is at this speed of a slow speed still, not to go fast, not to confuse your hands or your mind. So it's right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left. Unlike the single stroke roll, this has 2 strokes per hand. And this is where you come up with a roll in the future existence of your hand coordination. It is counted like this. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. If you can, keep this up for like 5 minutes. Same as a single stroke roll, 5 minutes. It builds up speed and endurance in your hands, and it'll keep you good coordination on your sticking. This does gradually get faster, just like the single stroke roll, and this is what turns into a roll that you sometimes hear in a marching band or a concert or a drummer doing a solo. It will sound like this when it gets faster. Your hands get faster, they get a bounce in them. This will take many days or weeks to get coordination for, but once it does, the satisfaction is great. 1 and 2 and 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 1. Now I'm going at pretty good fast speed here, but once it picks up, you'll see what it sounds like. Starts getting faster, starts fitting together as a little roll. You'll feel the bounce, and the bounce will eventually turn into this roll. The roll will come out slowly, but it's 2 on each hand still. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Good. Practice for 5 minutes for the double stroke and 5 minutes for the single stroke. The next segment, we're going to quads. That is the same sticking, same setup. That is 4 beats on each hand. So it's right, 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 left, 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 left. Take it at a slow speed, because this one gets harder to do. Where your left hand has a tendency not to follow your right hand, because if you're right-handed, your right hand will have the coordination better than your left. But if you're left-handed, your left hand will have the better coordination than your right. So you have to figure that out, which you are. So we will take it from the beginning. It's on a basis of this beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now notice my sticks. They're not coming up high. And it's counted a little bit different than the other stuff. It is counted 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a. This is a really good exercise to do to build upper wrists. It'll get your coordination down, and it'll make your mind think individually of your hand coordination. It'll get your speed up, and it'll be really good for your rolls on your drums. So if you're doing any roll fills on your drum set, it'll really help you. It'll get faster. One E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. It'll sound like this when it gets fast. Don't want to go too much faster. It hurts. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. Good. The next segment, we're going to do a buzz roll. What a buzz roll does is it takes each stick and you feel the bounce on the head of the practice pad or drum head. What you're trying to do is get a consistent bounce for each stick. Not to grip the stick too hard. Make sure that you have the hand holding it this way and just let it relax while this part of your hand pushes it together to keep it a nice push down pressure. So you'll get this kind of a sound for the stick. And it's called a buzz roll. These are good because they help to make a rolling sound. Or if you're coming around fast on the toms when you're doing a fill, you'll get that nice fat sound that you're looking for. So make sure you have a firm grip, but the back of the stick has that wobbleness. So it looks like this when it's kind of bouncing. You kind of get that reverberation. Count it the same, slow pace. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Just make sure you feel that bounce. It might not come right at first, but after a while you'll get that bounce. The bounce will be something you'll feel it, and you'll never forget it once you get it. It's sort of like riding a bicycle. Once you get up on the bike, you get on those two wheels and start pedaling, you feel the balance. You'll feel the balance of the sticks hitting the same time. Make sure you aim for the center. It's always very important. And keep your posture. Don't want to do this because it's not going to help you. You want to keep this up. If you're playing a long show, your body will appreciate it and thank you later. So they kind of sound like this if they go faster. They're nothing really spectacular, but they give you a nice feel for the buzz roll. All that is a bounce. Each one of them is getting bounced. Feel the bounce. 1 and 2 and 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 1. Good. 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2 and. and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. One and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Ad lib, side shot, different controlled sticking. Thank you for listening to my first video, and I'll be making more with different rudiments and different styling of sticking and different kinds of drumming. Thank you and have a great day.